Alright, so it's 11, we're gonna say 11:15 right now at night, and this is the first time I've recorded all day. So because nothing really interesting happened, as soon as I got home from work I just took a nap and I woke up at like 7. So I thought I'd give you like a quick run through of what I usually do when I start preparing myself for a cosplay. So this is what I do. Here in my fancy calendar that I have on my desk, I write up here all the things I have to do and things that I want to buy in the order of preference that I need to buy them. So first, this is my flowchart. I even wrote a flowchart. So pre-registration is the first thing that needs done, which I did. $65, done. And then after that is my wig with the clip-on hair pieces, and I even write the price down so I remember what it is. It's $42.99 plus shipping, and it's from an eBay account, and I wrote down the eBay account's name. After that, it's the shirts for my Blue Barracuda shirt and my name tag for the Blue Barracuda shirt and the contact lenses. I'm probably going to switch it up and get the contact lenses first, though, with the wig-ish. Those are the things that I want to make sure get to me, like things that get shipped and come from different areas of the world and aren't in the same country, because I will have a panic attack getting closer and closer to the con. So down here I wrote down the contacts that I want, the website that I want them from, the costume that they're going to be for, and exactly the same ones that they are. And then, yep. And then I found, and then for the cosplays I actually plan on making as opposed to buying, because there's one cosplay that I have to make instead of buy pieces for an altar, and that's Mother Gothel. So I found the pattern online. I wrote down what the pattern manufacturer is and the pattern number. So when I have this in my purse and I go to the store, I know exactly which one to get. And then the other thing that I do is when I start shopping for things like that, on my computer I have a file in here. I have my pictures file, and I have my cosplay file, my cosplay to-do list. Right now, only my Mother Gothel ones are in here. Currently, it's only filled with pictures of Mother Gothel. This is the example picture I used to find what color contacts I want to use for her eyes. And the contacts that I found, I even wrote down the gray nudie series. So I have to find the nudie series in gray, because they're so aqua-y, and these are the contacts that I'm going to use. You can't really tell, it doesn't show up very well in the video, but they're actually a very pretty color that I like a lot. Yeah, so that's what I did. And then I browsed pattern sites to look at things and how I need to alter them and in what kind of manner. And then I just kind of stare at more pictures of them to figure out what I need to do. It's a process. It's how I do things. Is it how everyone does things? I highly doubt it. But that's it. And then some people have been asking me questions about cons and like cosplays and all these things. They're like, oh, what's the regular con like? And what's like, what cosplays do you think I should do? Those aren't really necessarily questions that I'm here to answer for you, but it doesn't mean that I won't. So instead of me having to type it out 8,000 billion times for people who send me messages or comments, I'll tell you right now. Conventions, your experience can vary depending on the size and depending on the people that you go with. Smaller conventions, you tend to get a more very family bond with the people that are there, because you tend to see the same people several times a day every single day of the con, and you get a chance to bond with them more closely. At the bigger conventions like Otakon I'm going to this year, which gets over like 22,000 people every single year, you will be lucky to even see half of the people, really, because last time I was there, I had friends that went there, and I was like, oh, we'll just bump into each other. Yeah, we didn't. We had to text each other and find each other. And it's just how those kinds of things work. It doesn't mean that smaller cons are better over bigger cons. It depends on what you're comfortable with. Really, I'm comfortable with anything, and it's really just like what I'm in the mood for. And other people like, oh, what kind of cosplays do you suggest to me? It's really the cosplays that you're comfortable with. Because one thing that I like about cosplaying is some people say it's like getting to do Halloween around the entire year. To me, cosplaying isn't about pretending to be someone you're not. Cosplaying is allowing myself to be somebody that I wouldn't normally be, even though I still tend to cosplay characters that are more my personality, because to me, that's more fun, and it's easier then as well. And I don't know, and for me, I'm a very picky cosplayer for myself. I want every single detail completely right, or I will feel stupid the entire time I'm wearing it. That doesn't mean you have to go all OCD about your cosplays and what it looks like. As long as you're happy with it, then who the F cares? You're happy with your cosplay, continue on with your life. Me, I like to get all detail oriented. That's why I have all these things sorted out, and that's why I do these things. But, just like anyone, I started out low. The first cosplay that I ever wore to a convention was Haruhi from Ouran High School Host Club. I didn't have a wig. I bought the costume off of eBay. I can't wear that costume anymore because it doesn't fit me anymore because I bought it when I was 15 and I grew a few inches since then and I gained 10 pounds. And some people say to me like, oh, I don't feel comfortable being some characters because I'm plus size or I'm a different ethnicity or something than them. And to me, it doesn't matter. Because if you feel comfortable in what you're doing, you're very confident about yourself, you will make friends with people who like you because you have the courage to do the cosplays that you do. My computer went to sleep. So that's just how that works. For me, the first cosplay I actually bought but never wore to a convention, and I still haven't, is I have a Rukia school uniform from Bleach. I'm self-conscious about certain things about myself, and I don't care to get the wig for it, and I never wore it, and so it's just been sitting there and I wasted money, and I'm sure it doesn't even fit me around the stomach anymore because those skirts are tight, so that's a waste for me. But yeah, I mean, as far as cosplays go, if you're self-conscious about it, start with something you're comfortable with and work your way up as your confidence builds up as well. So I started off basically really only cosplaying boys. If you've seen my cosplay website, I've pretty much only cosplayed boys or girls pretending to be boys like Haruhi up until SetsuCon of last year, where I actually did a mermaid, a full mermaid outfit. I couldn't walk, people had to carry me from Mermaid Melody Peachy Peach Peach. And I love it. I love that stupid costume. I need to remake it because I ripped seams in it when I swam in it, but other than that, it's so much fun. And the more comfortable you are with yourself, the more fun you'll have, and the more people you'll meet, and it's just an all-over fantastic experience. And this year, I don't want to say that I was being lazy, it's more of a, I was very busy and didn't get myself very much involved in the anime community and watching animes and things, so I decided to just go old school and be a hipster and do Nickelodeon stuff. And then throw in Mother Gothel because I just found out that my friends are being Rapunzel and Flynn Rider at Otakon this year. So that's what I'm doing. So most questions that you'd want to ask me are the question you really need to ask yourself and move on from there. So sorry for the lack of video. Sorry that I'm all deep in stuff and half tutorial, half inspirational, I suppose. But I hope it helped you. I have off tomorrow, so hopefully I'll get more footage for you. I'm also going to a comedy club tomorrow where my brother's going to be performing. If I'm allowed to film, I will. If he doesn't, and if my brother doesn't want me to, then I won't, because I appreciate him. So that's pretty much it. If you really do have any questions, feel free to ask them. I'll probably answer them more likely in video form as opposed to typing, because then maybe I could answer several people's same question at the same time. And if you also want to, there's going to be a new link down in the description. I'm starting a VU account. I have to just hook up my webcam and things, where you can just ask me questions and I'll answer them in a video form so I don't have to take up time in the vlog to do things like this. So, whatever. Yeah, and I never pointed out to you in the description I have a link to my Twitter account, my DeviantArt account, my Cosplay.com account, and now it's going to be my VU account. Maybe, because I don't know if I can link it yet until I've set up my page. I don't know, don't listen to me. But I do have the Twitter, the DeviantArt, and the Cosplay.com. Feel free to check those out, see what I'm up to, see other things, so you don't have to rely on the daily updates to get stuff from me. Alright, okay, bye.